Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today starts my Decatur Book Festival vlog, so stay tuned. So we just arrived in Decatur, Georgia, and we are all checked into our Airbnb, and I thought I would give you a little tour of our place. So here is our living room. Close this door, which is currently full of all of our bags and such. And then we have a little kitchen. Here's the bathroom. Outfit of the day, just a very comfy dress because we were driving. Back out here, and here's the bedroom. There's our bed and Xander's bed, though we're gonna move that to the living room. And hello. There's a creeper in the closet. Oh, did I just hit you with the door? Hey, dude. So, yes, this is where we are going to be staying for the next couple of days. Xander's exploring everything. There's nothing in... Oh, there is stuff in the fridge. Cool. Nice. They also left us snacks that Marty's already raiding.
Doritos, question mark?
So I don't know what our plan is for the rest of the day because don't really have anything set to go on. I guess we'll just maybe go out and explore a little bit in a little while, and I'll bring you along. So we are out and walking around. We're gonna try and find us something to eat because I'm getting very hungry. And luckily the place we're staying is within walking distance of a lot of stuff, so we have a little map here. So back in November when we went to Y'all Fest and Marty was navigating, he sent us the wrong direction for where we needed to go, and we went walking and walking for what seemed like forever in the wrong direction. So now we're here for the Decatur Book Festival, and I just did the same thing. Granted, it's not for the festival, we were walking to try to find food, but I totally sent us in the wrong direction. And we walked for what seemed like forever in the wrong direction. So now we're turning around and walking back what seems like forever. This is where we found. So Marty got this chicken Swiss ranch thing. Xander got him a barbecue Betty. And I got the side burger. Yummy. Already started eating because I'm starving. Okay, so we are fed. I am stuffed. And we are currently walking back to our Airbnb. And gonna get Xander to do a little bit of schoolwork because he hasn't really gotten any schoolwork done at all today. So get him to do a little bit of that before we head to bed, and that's really it for the night. I have gotten some reading done today, and I will tell you all about that later when I have my books in front of me. All right, I'll talk to you later. So it's like 11:30 in the morning on Friday, August 31st, and today is the first day of, well, any of the book festival activities. We have the keynote speech with Becky Albertalli and Adam Gidowitz and a few other authors this evening, but we've pretty much just been hanging out this morning, and Xander got a little bit of schoolwork done. I've gotten some reading done. I know I didn't check in with you last night, but it just kind of slipped my mind after we got back to the room. But yesterday I started and finished The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, and I gave this, I think, 4 stars. It was a really cute story. I really enjoyed it. The only issue I had with it was there's a lot of cursing in it, and I mean, I don't really mind cursing. It's when it's like every other line in the book is a curse word. It's kind of annoying, and it takes away from the story when it's so much. Again, it's not a big deal if it's, you know, in there. It's just when it's so much and so repetitive, that gets kind of annoying. I did really enjoy the story. I thought it was super cute. Xander and I started reading Artemis Fowl by Eoin Colfer, and we got to page 14 of this, so not very far. So we're gonna hopefully read a lot more of this today. And last night I also started reading When Dimple Met Rishi, and I got to page 70 of that last night, but today I've been reading more, and I'm currently on page 228. So knocking these out, and now we're getting ready to go out and explore a little bit, and I don't know, just walk around while we wait for our event this evening. All right, I'll talk to you later. So it's very noisy out here. They're working on getting things set up for the festival, but we were walking around and we found this place here. It's called Rocket Fizz, and it's like an old-timey soda shop. So look, we have some wild flavors. Pickle juice soda. Peanut butter and jelly. Oh my gosh, that's just bizarre. Gross. So we thought we'd go inside and check this place out. Hello.
There was literally ranch dressing soda and grass soda.
Hi, Marty. Well, this is an interesting store. Fun. Ranch dressing soda.
Buffalo.
Red velvet cupcake cookie dough bite soda. What?
Buffalo wing soda.
We're definitely gonna have to get us some strange soda, don't you think, Xander? You want to get some odd flavored soda? Try it out.
Coffee soda.
Coffee soda. What about you, Marty? You want to get some odd soda?
Not too odd.
Bacon soda.
You want some poo, Xander? If you can read this, congratulations. Join us at the Decatur Book Festival. Yay! So we just decided to stopped for a quick lunch break, and we stopped at this place called Sweet Melissa's. And it's quite the busy place. Seems to be quite popular. And they are setting up for the festival right outside this door. So. Oh my gosh, look at this amazing feast. So I got this peach tree polenta something and a fruit bowl, and oh my gosh, doesn't that look amazing? Xander got some PB&J and a fruit bowl. And what did you get, Marty?
Ham and cheese.
Grilled ham and cheese. That's interesting looking. And I have the cheerleaders here to work on reading. Time to eat. So I also have my interesting drink from Rocket Biz. I got the brownie caramel cream root beer. And it pretty much tastes like root beer with a little twist. It's just ever so slightly different, but it's still really good. Xander got one of those Duff drinks, but he hasn't opened it yet, so. Alright, well, we just finished eating lunch and we're gonna go explore some more. Yes, this is where we're going now. Woohoo! This is what we're going to this evening. Ooh, ah. Hello. Say hi. Your parents. That's cute. Excellent book. Ooh, what a pretty edition. No, that's a really pretty edition. That's like the movie edition. Oh well, they've definitely changed how these look. That's a cool looking edition. I am dying. That is so great. I tried to form a gang once, but it turned into a book club. Cute. What's the name of this place? Square Feet. Alright, well, let's check it out. A Kitty the Fool. So we are back in our Airbnb. It's very hot outside. We just needed a little time to get cooled down. Xander's gonna do some of his reading for school, and Marty's gonna lay down because he's got a headache. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of chill for a little bit. We've got, I don't know, like an hour or so until we need to leave to go to our first event. So that's what we're doing now. And I thought I'd show you my outfit of the day. I'm wearing this super cute dress. I love this dress. It's very I guess you'd call it one of those bodycon kind of dresses. Very stretchy and super flattering. And it's like kind of short, but not like too short, because I don't do too short. I'm having to stand up on my toes to show you because I'm so short. Okay, I will check in with you later.
There's your friend and a stranger. The stranger is yelling at your friend. It doesn't look like your friend has done anything wrong, but before you can get over there, your friend goes out one door and the stranger goes out the other. Who do you follow? You're welcome. Hello, would you like to be sorted?
Hello. Decorating a wand?
Yeah, would you like to drink one?
Sure.
Okay.
It's my wand. I made it spiral around. What did you get? What are you doing with yours, Xander?
I tried to spiral.
You tried to spiral? I like that though. That's pretty.
Wait, what are these guys?
Would you like to be sorted?
Of course.
So, do you want to be sorted by spin, smell, or soul?
Smell.
All right, so close your eyes, please. I'm going to mix them up a bit. I'm going to let you smell 4 things, and you're going to tell me which one you prefer. This is number 1. Breathe in. Number 2. Breathe in.
Want to do the bubbles?
Oh, yeah, try it. I'll try to get you closer. That's number 2. Number 3. Last one. Number 4.
3 or 4?
Let's decide. Do you want to smell them both again? Yes. All right, this is 3. And this is 4. Ravenclaw. Yeah. Is that how you're usually sorted?
Yes, actually.
There you are.
That's funny.
Very good. Would you like to be sorted?
Well, you want
already
to sort
been
to try a different way?
It's just for today. You can be sorted by spinner, smell, or soul. Pottermore, yes.
Well, why don't you do the by soul then? Let
To
her.
try it out, you can see if it matches Pottermore. It did for me, but it doesn't for everyone. So, here are my 2 questions. When you are faced with a difficult decision, do you usually go with your gut instinct, or do you like to make a list of pros and cons and weigh the decision to help yourself? Yes, probably make a list, all right? And then here's a scenario. You've come into a room and you see a stranger yelling at your friend. So, it doesn't look like your friend's done anything wrong, but before you can get over to them, the stranger walks out of one door and your friend walks out a different door. Who do you follow first, the stranger or your friend? All right, so that makes you a Ravenclaw, just like her.
Just like Mom.
Yes, just for today. Fun times. Hello, friends.
So in Pottermore, what are you?
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor?
Do you want to get that? Do you want to be sorted by
The car if you want to use it.
As you may
years, On the Same Page starts with a book. One book that we get everyone in the city to read. But it doesn't end there. We create an interactive program complete with book clubs, events, community service, and workshops, and the program culminates with a grand finale visit from the author in November. In the past, we've read books about Chinese folktales, shopping mall gorillas, and deaf superheroes. And this year, we are delving into a fantastical world with poetry reading dragons, chess playing knights, and a brave little rabbit trying to do right by his best friends. It's a story of friendship and empathy that inspires readers of all ages to see people for who they are, not what they appear to be. So without further ado, the 2018 On the Same Page book is, drumroll please, Penny and the Dragon by Tony Dieter-Lietzing. Penny is a little rabbit with a very big problem. His two best friends are heading into battle of legendary proportions with each other. In one corner, there's Graham, a well-read and cultured dragon with sophisticated tastes. In the other corner, there's George, a retired knight and dragon slayer who would be content to spend the rest of his days in his bookshop. Neither really wants to fight, but the village townfolk are set on it. Can Kenny avert disaster? You'll have to find out when you read this book. So New York Times bestselling author and illustrator Tony Dieter-Lietzing has been creating some of our favorite children's books filled with fairies, dragons, and aliens for nearly 2 decades. And we are thrilled that he'll be visiting us in November for our culminating celebration of On the Same Page. In the meantime, though, some of my friends have been doing some research about Tony and wanted to share some facts about him with you. Go ahead, Justin.
He is from Mars, and the town that he lives in is Crazy Town. He has a flying saucer. Tony D has 1,000 children and lives on the ceiling. Tony D's favorite book is Black.
Lies off.
And most importantly, he likes to spend his time doing cat yoga and using environmentally friendly toenail clipping.
Excuse me, sir. Who do you think you are heckling these children?
Who do I think I am? Well, according to my driver's license, I'm Tony Dieter-Lietzing.
Then come on up. Tell us a little bit about your book.
There's a few news stations that have openings for that kind of fact-finding. A lot of people ask what a book's about to an author. There's a lot of things that go on in your life, and that soaks through. There's a lot of things going on in the world in my life when I wrote this book. But the most important thing that happened was my daughter was born, and so that's why it's dedicated to Sophia. It's what's on the inside that counts. Before I forget, many years ago, hold on. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking a book about a dragon should start with Once Upon a Time. But this one doesn't, because frankly, I don't really know what Once Upon a Time means. Now, I was once upon a horse, and that was fun. Also, I was once upon a knight galloping on his horse, but that's another story altogether. So instead, let me start our story with this. Once upon a farm.
So in just a minute, I'm going to bring out the moderator for our panel, but just so you know how today is going to go, we're going to have a fabulous group of authors talk about Harry Potter and how it has changed them and the book world. After that, we will have a signing. I think it's time for me to bring out our moderator. She is a local author. She is a proud Gryffindor. We love her for everything that she does, but we especially loved her book Orphan Island and her Geisel Award-winning book Charlie and Mouse. Please welcome to the stage Laurel Snyder! It is the beginning of the Decatur Book Festival. Is everybody excited about that?
Harry Potter. So I am here today to introduce first our panel. We're going to get right to it. I'm going to bring out a bunch of wonderful people. If everybody wants to come on out. Come on out. Just pop them on onto the stage. Come on out. And we have Becky Albertalli, who is the author of Morris. She's the author of Morris Award winner and National Book Award longlist title Simon versus the Hope of Saving an Agenda, which was recently made into a movie called Love, Simon. Some of you might have seen it. She's also the author of Upside and Unrequited and What If It's Us with Adam Silvera. Her new book is Leah on the Offbeat, and you can learn more about that on Saturday at 3 or Sunday at 5 when she'll be at the YA stage for Truth or Dare. Tony DiTerlizzi, who you've already met today, children's books for nearly 2 decades, and he does it all, from fanciful picture books like Jimmy Zhang Wow to chapter books like The Search for Wanda. His middle grade series, The Spiderwick Chronicles, has been translated in more than 30 countries, and this is his only DBF experience today, except that, as you now know, he'll be back. Adam Gidwitz is the author of the bestseller, The Tale, Dark and Grim trilogy. He received a Newbery Honor for his book, The Inquisitor's Tale, or The Three Magical Children and Their Holy Dog. His new series is The Unicorn Rescue Society, and he'll be at the children's stage at 4:45 on Saturday. Nic Stone is the author of the New York Times bestselling Dear Martin, a Morris Award. Which book was called Vivid and Powerful. Her new book is Odd One Out, which School Library Journal has already praised as an important and necessary love story. She'll be on the YA stage on Saturday at 3, and then again on Sunday at 5 for Truth or Dare. Yeah. And Angie Thomas of The Hate You Give, which debuted on the New York Times list at #1, and apparently is just going to be there forever, I think. It's won a lot of awards and is about to be an amazing new movie. Her next book, On the Come Up, will be out in 2019. And she'll be presenting Saturday at 5:30 on the YA stage, and then she'll be back with Nic and Becky for Truth or Dare on Sunday. So, that is our amazing panel, and I have to say, I've done a lot of this over the course of the last decade.
Laurel, I'm sorry. Adam is not wearing a Harry Potter shirt, and I think it needs to be called out because I hear you.
I'm sorry, I got a little confused.
Adam, the whole point was that we weren't here to talk about our own books, we're here to talk about Harry Potter.
Yeah, I can do it, I'm just worried.
So, Harry Potter is 20, and I think that deserves a round of applause. 1 minute. We are all here basically because we all love Harry Potter. I've never seen this happen before. I've never gone to a festival and seen this many people who want to talk about something beside their own books. Except Adam.
All unicorns all the time, sorry.
All unicorns all the time. So we're going to start at the beginning. I wanted to ask, and this is going to be a relatively short panel, so we're just going to kind of try to keep it moving. But I wanted to ask everybody, so we all love Harry Potter, everybody agrees on that, but why? Can anybody tell me, do you remember when you first encountered these books, what your first memories of, your first impressions were? I think, I'm going to say that if people have something to say, they should jump in, and then I'll spank you if you talk too much.
Oh Lord, let me go fast then. So I first encountered Harry Potter when it came out. I was an 8th grader, and the reason it has sustained me literally for the past, no, I'm not about to tell you how old I am, 20 years. It has sustained me for 20 years because it is this beautiful beacon of hope for me. You have this kid in this book who is rising and defeating every obstacle that he comes up against. And as a kid who faced many obstacles, it was magical for me.
I first encountered it actually late. I was in college, and while I am older than Nic, I'm not that much older than Nic, And I was in college and I was tutoring a young man who was not into reading, did not like reading. And in the tutorial program, they had a little library, and Harry Potter was one of the books. I had never bothered to pick up Harry Potter, but I had heard it was a big thing. And I said, well, let's try this book. And I took it off the shelf and I read him the first chapter in hope that he would get excited about it and then he'd pick up the reading himself thereafter. He did not get excited about Harry Potter, but by the end of the first chapter, when you get to the line, The Boy Who Lived, I was in tears. There were tears streaming down both sides of my face, and I took the book home from the tutorial service, read the whole book that week, and then I was hooked for the rest of my life. So, it didn't work for him, but it worked for me.
Mine is so embarrassing. I can the people keep a secret. I feel like this will ruin my reputation.
Definitely.
We're officially the secret keeper.
Right. Like, okay, like circle the us. So I got it as a gift when I was in high school. It was not too long after the first one came out, and I read a chapter and thought it was like, and put it down. I DNF'd it for like 2 years, and then I 2 years later, and actually I think it was like maybe it was my mom was really hyped about it, so I picked it back up again, and then fast forward, I've dressed up for release parties. I have a ton, I taught a class on it in college. In Love Simon, they got official permission directly from J.K. Rowling to include Harry Potter stuff in Love Simon. And he's a Catholic niece. I feel like I've spent my whole life trying to make up for that lukewarm stuff.
I actually feel bad for what I'm going to say too. I feel bad as an author saying this because I was introduced to Harry Potter through the movies first. I know. But let me go back. It was the movie trailer, the first movie. And I remember seeing it and I was like, whoa, that's amazing. Let me go get the book. So, I did read the book before the movie came out.
All right, okay, wait a minute.
Okay, so after that, I was pretty much hooked. And no, I think there's nothing wrong with seeing the trailer first. There are a lot of people who saw the movie trailer and it was like, oh, so that's what people are excited about. It's kind of like, it's a good thing it went the way it did and not the way my current feelings towards pumpkin spice lattes are going. I see the hoopla over that and I'm like, I tried it up. But at least with Harry, I saw that first and I got hooked. So, shout out to the movies. They made a lot of people read.
Absolutely, and I personally would say that there's nothing wrong with seeing a movie first. I would argue that's okay.
But let's be honest,
No, absolutely. But one hopes that when one has a book that goes to film, that it drives lots of people to the book, right?
Yes, Angie, let's hope that.
I am going to be the third in the line of embarrassing, underwhelming stories in that I do remember the books coming out, and actually my wife, Angela, read the first book, and it's like, you gotta read this. I don't know, whatever, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. She's like, no, it's got all that stuff in it. And I read the first book, and I read the second book, and I was like, I can see why people, and then I kind of, I put it away, and then my daughter was really excited. And so we did the thing that I've heard so many parents did in the 90s. We sat down every night, we read a chapter or two together, and we went from book one all the way to the end. And literally, I'm reading to her, and I'm doing these horrible British accents. Like Professor Snape walked in, Potter, what are you doing now? Like it was really bad. We get to the last book, and we're just sitting at the kitchen table, and I just burst into tears and start crying, and she's looking at me like, what's about to happen? I'm like, it's almost over. That's how much for me. God. She's like, but that's my Harry Potter feelings. It's part of the therapy session, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Harry Potter is all things to all people. No, and I have a similar memory, which is that I have a brother who's 15 years younger than me. So I was like a college student, and he was a kid, and we shared them across that bridge, and there weren't that many things. You know, when you're 20 and you have a 5-year-old brother, there's not that many things that you have in common. And Harry Potter for me was it was a bridge. But now I'm going to ask the impossible question, which is, so we all love them, we all think they're amazing, and like Nic, you were saying, like he's the kid that like fights all the obstacles. But there's lots of books where kids fight all the obstacles, right? Like, does anybody have any glimmer of why these books are different? What is it? And those of you out there, think about this. It's a conversation to have. It's just something I have not been able to puzzle out, so I'm asking a question I don't have an answer to.
You know, one thing that always stayed with me about Harry Potter was that every single character beyond Harry felt real. They felt whole, like it felt like Snape was an actual person. It felt like they were making a guest appearance in Harry's story, where they just left their own main character story. So I think that was like a big part of it too. And plus, Hagrid, I mean. You should say that into the microphone. That was great.
Do it.
You're a wizard, aren't you? In my mind, it sounds dead on.
I think it's also like the way the magic is done. Like they're so immersive. And you know, I think about like books kind of in that genre that were also huge. Like you have the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you have the Chronicles of Narnia. But those are very different from Harry Potter. Like the way the magic is designed and just like
that we could go through the process of growing through school, and when we go to school, we're not learning trigonometry, we're learning dark arts, right? It depends again on dark arts, depending on which house you're in. And so she's got the world, but she's also got the perfectly paced and plotted wish fulfillment. And when you couple those two together, I think you get something that was just addictive to all of us and that we want to live in.
there's so much more safety in the world of Harry Potter. Like, I'm not trying to be a Middle Earth and get my hair chopped off by going up. Like, this is and even with Narnia, like, the language was terrifying. And we would have fought. But there were all of these dangers, right? But Hogwarts was like, it's hated until, it wasn't anymore. But initially, by the time... Right, exactly. But the fact of the matter is, until what, Deathly Hallows, like, if you went to Hogwarts, you were at home. And I think that's missing from a lot of these other books.
There's also something, listening to you guys talk about this, that I've struggled with. I teach writing, and I've struggled with this book in trying to talk with my students who want to mash everything into a book. And I try to explain to them that sometimes if you put like horrible, terrifying stuff in a book, and then you want to have sort of jokey, silly stuff in a book, that register is too big. I can't figure out how you can have chocolate frogs and butterbeer and all the things that are in Harry Potter and have the Deathly Hallows, right? Like there's something about the ability to blend the really light, fun, and I think it's what you're saying of like, Harry's in terrible danger, but Hogwarts is safe, and that world is beautiful. And Nic, I think you were saying before all of this, we were talking about misfits and how people come to Harry Potter feeling like a misfit sometimes. That like if you feel like a misfit, and what's being created is this place where all the misfits get their butterbeer and their chocolate frogs or whatever.
And just to add to that, the safeness of Hogwarts, Dumbledore particularly is like the father figure to all the teachers, Professor McGonagall, right, like is your mother, right? You feel safe with them. They're taking care of you even when
The best.
she's the best.
So one thing I wanted to ask about before we run out of time is I know we've talked about our houses and everybody's here representing a little bit. Everybody is here representing their houses. But I'm just curious if everybody wants to share their houses and talk a little bit about that. Anybody?
Adam is acting like a Slytherin right now. But I don't think this is more Slytherin. And I'm like so proud of it. Like people are like, Slytherins are evil, and I'm like, yeah.
sorted into Slytherin, or you read the books and you were like, oh, I am
I got
Slytherin?
intensely sorted into Slytherin. More than one time. Like I've taken that test a few times, every time.
And so what does it mean to be Slytherin, Nic Stone?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. What it means to be Slytherin is like, you know, we're like, oh, we're sly and we're cunning and we're ambitious and we're also a little elitist. And like we will do anything. Like the ends justify the means, I think is what it means to be Slytherin. Like I'm not gonna, you know, cut off my nose to spite my face because I like my face. But I do think that there's like I would have tried to cut off Adam's nose to make my face look better.
Yeah, and I, in every way you could be sorted into Hufflepuff. I haven't been. You know, I mean,
Do we have any Hufflepuffs out there? We missed our Slytherins. Do we have any Slytherin out there? Sorry, Becky.
Yeah, and I'm self-sorted. I've taken the official quiz, but like even if it's a BuzzFeed quiz, they're like pick 4 outfits from Forever 21 or something. Also, we're doing Hufflepuff. I don't know. I'm like that Hufflepuff, and I don't know. To me, I guess it means like I think I like work hard, but I don't know that I work harder than other people. And I think I'm loyal, but maybe not like more than other people. But I think the fact that I'm qualifying and anything like that
Oh my God, I love you. Answer that with such a humble compliment. Oh my gosh. I am a Ravenclaw.
Raise your hand if you're Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're off in the front because it's a book festival, right? They're like, okay, they're all
But sometimes I feel a little Slytherin. When I have road rage, I definitely feel Slytherin. But yeah, to me, you know, when I read the books, I wasn't sure what I was. Like some days, I was like, maybe I'm a Gryffindor, and then I would see something that scared me, and I'm like, no. Maybe I'm a Hufflepuff, and then someone would make me mad, and I'm like, no. Maybe I'm a Slytherin, and then I was lazy that day and had very little ambition. No. So I finally took the test, and it was every time I take the test, it says Ravenclaw. I'm like, no, I'm good with that. I like it. I mean, I feel as if Ravenclaws do not get enough credit for what we do for the world.
There you go.
I almost think that's a little Slytherin. It is what it is.
I actually think that I always think of Ravenclaw as real people. Like the other houses are a little caricature-y, and that if like real people were in the book, they'd all be Ravenclaw.
Is that just because you're friends with mostly like authors and writers and book people?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I also, before I took a test, I just assumed everybody was Gryffindor, which is such a Gryffindor thing. Like, who doesn't want to be the main character in the story? Duh.
Yeah. When I took the test, first of all, I could always see the Gryffindor answer, and I was like, nobody really answers that. They only want to answer that because they want to be in Gryffindor. But apparently I was totally wrong, but I didn't think anyone was like that, like, good-hearted and brave. I always come out as Ravenclaw, but always they give me very close second with Slytherin. So, yeah, you can tell, I know. Yeah.
I never wanted to be a Gryffindor because I was like, I would think of it like this. I was like, if I was a Gryffindor and I was attending Hogwarts when Harry was attending Hogwarts, it would make me mad a lot. And I got called to Dumbledore's office because he would be like, why did you kick Harry Potter? Harry Potter put us all in danger. Why didn't you kick him?
Tony.
Teacher Lindsay draws and more must be sorted in Gryffindor. Any other Gryffindor?
Anybody got a Gryffindor out there?
But you're right, we've all been in the shadow of Harry, right? Yeah. Oh, look, there's that Harry guy. Oh, yeah, you won again. real happy for you.
School shut down because of Harry Potter.
Again with this guy.
With a kid and this is why I'm like, Harry, bro, like you're cool, but I would, you can go down and stay down for a second. Like, let everything be okay.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we all have our bad years. Something you would like to share with the audience for a bit of inspiration or anything anybody wants to say before we close this down?
Be inspiring. Go!
Yeah. Say something smart.
I'll do it just because I made everyone feel comfortable. I would say if you're a young person and you are thinking about being a writer, or you would like to be a writer, the most important thing that you can do in order to achieve that is to spend as much time as you possibly can imagining. When I was a kid, I never wrote. I once had an author come to my school, and she said, somebody asked her, how do you know if you're a writer? And she said, writers write. And I decided at that moment that I was not a writer and that I never would be one. I was sure of it. But I was imagining and playing and making up stories and playing on my basketball hoop and pretending I was on the Chicago Bulls for hours a day. And it turned out that was writing. It's the same thing I do now, except now I get paid to do it. So spend as much time as you can imagining. That's what you need to do.
He gets paid what other people write.
My piece of advice is if you're going to be on a Harry Potter panel, wear Harry Potter shirts.
Oh.
Anyone else have something brilliant, inspiring to say? No pressure?
Is this okay? Good. I think something that I learned from Harry Potter is these are some words of wisdom that I take with me. Save the world around you, and you will soon save the world. You're like, oh.
Yeah, that's real good.
I came up with that. She did it. I just took that from reading her books.
Now you're gonna hand the mic to me. It's like you're trying to top that. That's great.
Be more inspiring than that, Tony.
The only thing I would add, I mean, I agree with what everyone's saying. I think the thing too that's interesting is it was Jo Rowling's first book. So I think that in itself speaks that she went for it against really insurmountable odds. You hear about the reality that she was kind of living and she wrote the story. So I think whether you want to be a writer or a basketball player like Adam, or a race car driver or a scientist, I think you should go for it. You have one life to live. You should make the best of it.
Hey buddy, nice to meet you. You read these books?
We read the first one.
And did you enjoy it? Okay, if you liked it, you're gonna like this.
They're like way darker than I expected.
Yes. So I created a podcast coming out at the end of October for Halloween, where I'm telling more Grimm fairy tales, the ones that aren't in any of the books, live to kids. You get to hear the kids like screaming and their reactions to all like the scary bloody stuff that happens in the fairy tales. So if you like that kind of thing, then you might like that.
You thought it was awesome. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Xander seems like my kind of kid. We would probably be friends. That's that. So Xander, if you like the scary parts in the first book, they just get worse. Just warning you.
You even
Just write whatever you want to write.
Media Center and the kids check out all the time. Awesome.
Me too.
She's amazing.
But yeah, that was something that shouldn't be listened to when you're trying to like lay down. Because I was laying there in bed just bawling my eyes out.
She's amazing.
It's so good. I cannot wait for it.
Thank you. I'm excited. It's really good.
Snooty. I like that. I didn't want to risk my cover getting messed up, so I took it off and left it at home.
Yeah. So what is your house? No, that's really, I never think to do that.
Well, we went and we watched the movie together, and we're both like bawling our eyes out. And I was like, I have to read this book. So I ordered all of them.
Oh, thank you so much.
I was like, I loved it. Thank you. I think my daughter went and saw it a couple of times.
It gets better every time. Like, I'm like, I can't take credit for that. I just got really lucky, but I'm like, I think I'm the
biggest fan of that movie. So my phone keeps getting. He's not like, how do you feel about the movie? Like, don't talk. And I'm like, I'll show them my phone case in my 12 Love Signs. So I'm like, I feel a certain way about it.
I actually have a YouTube channel. It's all about books. I talk about y'all's books on there.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Yeah, it makes such a difference. Yeah.
Would you mind signing, just writing anything?
Oh, yeah.
Lauren, have you read this book? All right, I hope you like it. Yeah.
I like these kind of bags. They're cute.
Okay, good.
I got it at Y'all Fest. You didn't even think to do this there. And I saw somebody else did it. I was like,
Xander. I see a lot of Xanders.
I sometimes see Xander with a Z as well.
It's short for Alexander.
She's named after Rose Allison. But it's not a musician I especially love. It's just a...
Would you also sign my bag?
Oh, sure. Wow, that's cool.
I can
Write whatever you want.
Can I draw you like this?
That's cool. Yeah.
You told me your name.
I've never met like...
Are you guys planning to go down the line?
What's the smart thing I can say?
It looks like he has a hat here.
You know, right? I was like, is a dream a lie if it don't come true? Like, all I can do is Bruce Springsteen line. That's what I will do.
Wow, that's amazing.
Sure.
I hope you enjoy it.
Born this way.
Dope.
No, born to rhyme.
Springsteen.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, that was really cool. Hey guys. Okay, time to go find some food. Let's go, guys. Yo. Little bus of stories.
Mom, look at
The end. This vehicle pauses for all commas and stops for all periods. So cute. So we are back out. We actually just went by the room and I changed my shoes to get something more comfortable. And now we're walking around again, trying to find some food. I think we're gonna go to this French place. And yeah, everything's getting all set up here. I can't wait for tomorrow. That's when everything really starts. So that'll be awesome. But, oh my gosh. So Nic Stone, she asked me about my ruby lips. She was like, those look so cool. How do you do that? And I was like, and I told her. That was pretty neat, I thought. Okay. Now to find some food. So Xander's having a grilled cheese and some fruit. And Marty and I are having this ridiculous beef brisket deliciousness. Yummy. So we are back in the room. Marty and Xander have already laid down. I totally forgot to show y'all our dessert. It was this amazing like sampler kind of thing where it had 7 different desserts on it. Oh my gosh. They were so good. And after we ate it all, I was like, ah, oh, I totally should have shown that in the vlog. Oh well. So I am currently on page 228 of When Dimple Met Rishi. Haven't really read a whole lot more of this today. I can't remember if I've actually read any of it today since the last time I checked in with you on it. Xander and I are currently on page 94 of Artemis Fowl. So not quite halfway. I think more like a little over a third though. And I've been reading The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas today and I haven't done great on it. simply because when I'm reading it, there's a lot of other noise and things going on, so it's been kind of distracting. But I'm on page 46 of this, so I'm going to continue with When Dimple Met Rishi and see if maybe I can finish that tonight. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. Tomorrow we're getting up and all the festivities really start in the morning, so it's gonna be a get up and get ready and go kind of thing. So probably won't be able to stay up too late tonight because of that. All right, well, I will talk to you tomorrow.